Hello, hello, everyone. It's your boy Snazzy, and we are here on this fine morning, right? On this fine morning today of a very interesting topic that we wanted to talk about. Before we dive into the topic of localizers, right? Because that's the recent topic that I guess a lot of people are. Maybe it's an ongoing topic. That's always like the main thing that's being talked about because there's always something going on with localizers and this anime that I'm going to be bringing to you. If you haven't watched it yet, Dead Account, I recommend it. But before we continue with that, I want to thank everyone, all the recent subs and viewers who are still watching these videos after the last video that we talked about with Gachi Akuta. Thank you and welcome back and welcome to our community. Um, we're gonna try to keep going with the because I took a little break from doing YouTube like last year at the end of last year because of school, going to plumbing school and all that. Right. In our last video, right, I made that video for a friend. He watched it, he liked it, and quite naturally, a lot of you guys saw it and you liked the video as well. But we also got a few people who didn't like it, and that's whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. We'll throw a few comments on the screen for you to see if you haven't seen it yet. But let's dive straight into today's topic on the localizers, right? And this anime, I will say it's a good anime, right? Dead Account is a good anime built up on a fantastic idea of accounts becoming dead accounts or ghost accounts, I think, as they're referred to in this anime. And then now you got I guess, psychokinesis and all that stuff. It's pretty interesting. It's really good. I recommend it. Go watch it and sub. But we're going to be talking about dub, which is the problem here. Dub is quite something. And I actually need to go watch. And I'm gonna have to actually watch because I'm gonna want to see past episode 4, which this article covers up until episode 4, if I'm not wrong. With all those scenes that we're passing by. Okay, I'm going to the very last one. Okay, it goes all the way to episode 5, right? So we're up to episode 8 right now with what we have now, right? I think we're at 8 or 9. Someone fact check me on that. But I'm going to go look afterwards, most likely. So, we're not going to read through it. I've already read through it. I'll leave it a link to the site if you're not familiar with Bound Into Comics. I'll leave a link to it in the comments section. I'll pin it so you can go directly to it. But let's read a few of these, right? And then we're gonna go to other people that we're gonna go to other people that people have been talking about. Because quite naturally, if you love games and she's coming to your studio, one of your favorite Japanese studios that you love that produce games. We don't know where she's going, but apparently she got hired for a position for localizing director. And I'm not gonna lie, it has me worried for one of my favorite games. But before we get to that, let's continue with this. Um, Lots of rage burning here, right? And what we get, what we get next, Cope C Mall viewers. Now, I think some of you guys are thinking the same thing as me. Like, why are we using this? Like, who's this? And I always ask this, like, who's this really for? Right? If it's for a small minority of people, well, that's just a small minority of people. The majority of anime fans want 100% accuracy. And well, and what is the excuse they always try to give is like, oh, it's just because it would sound weird if we say it in if we translate it from Japanese like this, or we just translate the words that they're saying and have it toward these, the English actors say this exact same thing is like, but I think you could use something else than this, right? I think you would probably say the exact same thing, right? But quite naturally, The next one's not so bad, but still is like, why not use the original? That's got to be an urban legend. Sounds like a bad creepy pasta. Now, yet again, why can't we use the original? Like, I mean that just sounds more natural, but I guess not for these people. Um, and like the person said, I rewrote the script in favor of a very dated internet meme. Sounds like creepy. Sounds like a bad creepy pasta. Like, I mean, like, come on, like, why? But right naturally, there's more. So photogenic. Oh my god, girl, slay. Now that one's extremely uncalled for. Like, if I'm being being dead ass here, guys. That one's egregious. That one you got this. You transform this into that. Really? That's what you got from that? Come on now. Right? And there's a few more, right? There's a few more. I'm not even going to read that one. I'm not even going to read that one. Um, right, let's get photogenic. She's screeching that apparently. Um, I hardcore yesified before. Like, I'm done. Okay, this is enough of that. I'm pretty sure it gets worse with the probably next ones, and probably missed a few, probably from episode 3 and probably 3 and 2, because there's none from those episodes. But this one's egregious. It's quite something. And we're going to be talking about someone who's done this level of localizing just like that, where it's just like, it's not a one to one. And it's just like, what in the actual hell is this? Like, well, come on, right? Katrina, right? She's going to Japan. She got hired for a new position, as you can see here. Um, not at Sega anymore. Some of you are probably cheering. You're like, yes, and I would be careful. You may get someone who's on the same level as her localizing, who's still going to be there messing up your Sega games or Sega related products. Like, so I wouldn't cheer it too much until then. But quite naturally, I know some other people are probably like, ah, shit, god damn it. She might end up at one of my favorite uh game dev studios that I really like. And like I said, one of my favorite games, um, uh, studios, especially with this genre. I like Ace Combat. You know they're coming out with a new game in a few months. It's coming out this year, I should say. Quite naturally, if I see her, I'm still gonna buy the game, but I'm not gonna play that shit with dub. I'm not playing it in English whatsoever. Right? I played the game for the most part always in dub, but I do play the game in sub, especially if the game in Japanese, if it's really good, quite naturally. I've done that for Armor Core. Now, the latest Armor Core, I love the Japanese version and the dub. Like, both are amazing. Amazing, right? Amazing game too, right? Love the story. A few other people also chimed in here. Hey, as always, right? Love him. He made a video, I think yesterday. I haven't watched it yet. Um, Kyle Fish also have a video on it. I haven't watched. I kind of clicked in the middle of it, but I didn't watch it. I was like, I'll probably check it out after I'm finished making my video. A few other people, Vara also talked about her, because quite naturally, we always got to remind people this is the same woman telling her fans to go terrorize and and scream and yell at the Japanese companies to let them work on their projects, right? Right? Bully them, right? You see, bully them, right? She's telling them, like, let them work on their, like, let her and people like her work on their work, on their projects, so that we can localize them, right? So we can translate them, and so we can employ our world view on them, right? Essentially what she's trying to do, right? She won't admit that, but that's what she's trying to do. Right? And I guess we can end it off right here because I think I've seen enough, especially of this woman. You're probably like, oh my gosh, like she's gonna end up at one of those companies. It's like it's just we gotta wait. We gotta wait to see which one she ends up at, right? And I think that's the one that that's the thing that most of us are worried about. Is like, okay, which one she's gonna be at, like, because it's gonna determine if you're gonna play that any of those games in the future from that company in sub or dub. And most likely it's going to be sub all the way for however long she's going to be there. Right? Until she leaves, it's not going to be dub for a very long time. Right? It's going to be a no go. But leave a comment, guys. I'd like to see what you guys got to say on this. As always, stay good, stay safe, everyone. Later.